Afternoon, everybody. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? Evening all. Well, there's loads of you in here. And at the top of the shop is Mr. Tuning, who's highlighted in green, and he's got a badge because he's my first channel member. So thank you very much for that, Lee. And yeah, this is an interesting radio, isn't it? That's what I thought when I seen it. I thought, yeah, this is interesting. So yeah, Lee is my very first member, I believe, unless anyone else has joined. But when you become a member, you get like a little badge and your name's highlighted. So that's one of the perks. You get a little bit of recognition in the live stream. Matambale, how are you? Let's turn that down a bit because it's drowning me out. It's drowning me out. Let's put the other one on. Aston, afternoon. Yeah, I thought it would be. As I say, I seen it there and I thought, oh, I've never seen one of those. It looks really interesting, so I'm going to grab it. Yeah, your radio's pretty much done now, Rob. I've had loads of problems with that today. I'll tell you about that later. Ha. Afternoon, Harvey, or evening. Not seen one of those before? Yeah, they did. I mean, this is 1970s, I believe. I've looked it up on Radio Museum just now, so I've got a schematic as well. Theo's in. Evening, Theo. Michael Hyde. I'm Michael. Colin's in. Hi, Colin. Timothy. Hi, Timothy. Lee's in. Evening, Lee. Still haven't sorted your bits out yet. Well, I have sort of sorted them, but I've got a kit of parts to put together. Evening, Simon's World. How are you? Benji's in. Hi, Benji. Nick's in. Hi, Nick. I caught your video this morning, Nick. Well, about 2/3 of it. I haven't finished watching it yet, but really interesting, mate. Your little filter that you put in that copper box. Very interesting. Simap, how are you, mate? Anyone mess with a Ferguson 358BT? The dial is held on by a brass domed screw. Are you sure it's a screw and not a stuck-on piece? Some of those things are a bit sneaky because they got like a double shaft on the tuning spinner. You've got to get the tuning dial in the right position to pull it off. Otherwise, if you don't have it in the right position, you'll rip the whole front of it off. So I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up in a minute. So I might see if I've seen one. Evening, Doug. How are you? Danish. Hi, Danish. Daniel's in and out and retracted. It's going too quick again. It's going too quick for me. Right, Doug, I'm there. Yeah, I'm up to Doug, Daniel, Mac Vision. How you doing, Mac Vision? Mike Cass, hi, Mike. Daniel's there. Just in time. I've started doing a bit later so people can get home from work, Daniel. That's the whole point of doing them a bit later. Just mess me up a little bit, but at least you all get to watch it live then. That's the theory anyway. Evening, GT Jeff and Carther, Cyberflyer. Happy Christmas to you as well, mate. Les is in. Hi, Les. Hope you're on the mend, mate. Johnny Comic. How are you, Johnny? Yeah, not too bad. Been a bit of a busy day today. I've been like flat out today all day. Yeah, Mrs. Cruncher was busy in work today. She didn't get home till 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, 5:45, I think. Bit of a rush to get tea done in time to get up here tonight, to be fair. Because we run out of rice. I was waiting for Mrs. Cruncher to come home with the rice to do the curry. I had everything going. Co-fired Fox. Cyberflyer, how are you? I've lost track of who I said hello to now, look. That's minus, I think it was minus 4 just now, I think. Doug, those Panasonic radios from the 70s were good performers. I haven't got a clue on this one, Doug. I literally have not plugged it in or anything. I really don't know what's going on. You're welcome, Nick. Yeah, that's a good explanation as well. I must have missed the video where you actually used it though, Nick, so I'll need to catch back up on that. Lee bought a national Panasonic R-358B a few weeks ago. Original leather case, not had a chance to look at it. Oh, okay. It could be the same sort of thing then, Lee. Rich, eh? Evening, Rich, how are you? I've still got all your radios, mate. I've still got them there, ready to go. Some lovely radios in there, Rich, as well. I did have a quick peek. I haven't pulled them all out, but some lovely kit in there, mate. Glad to hear it, Les. Fed up with this cold weather. What's happened to our global warming? Wow, I know. It's gone mental, isn't it? It doesn't seem like that long ago. It's 35 degrees. And now it's like minus... It will be minus 35 soon, I think. Sean, Mr. Man Cave Workshop, showed me a picture of his dash this morning. He's up in Manchester way. -9 it was up there this morning in his car. 35 in Australia. Evening, Jess, how are you? Mince pie. Could you see me eating mince pie? I haven't got any mince pies. we haven't done the Christmas shopping yet, Jess. Anthony, how are you? Isle of Man, nice. Welcome, mate. Right, I think that's everyone. Everyone's sorted, apart from there's a chap over in the corner here that's getting a bit impatient again, as per usual. Here he is. Yes, Mr. Penguin. He's here. Hi, Penguin. So, yeah. He's so aggressive, isn't he? Oh, hello. Let me stick me up there, actually, and I'll come off of there, look, because I'm blocking Penguin's number 15 up in the corner, look. -3, -12 in Brecon last night. Hell. Yeah, it's been pretty icy out here. Mrs. Cruncher's been taking my car in because it's a VW Tiguan. It's got 4x4. It's sort of this electronic 4x4. You can't lock the diffs or anything like that. It kicks in if one of the wheels loses traction. It puts the power on the other wheels. So it's a lot safer than our little Mini anyway. Buddy, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Mark J, hi Mark. OC here, no snow but steady chill. I don't know what the temperature is out there at the moment. I've got a little weather thing on the bottom here. It says -1 according to my computer, but the weather station says different. So we better go over. Hang on, what am I doing now? I don't want to do that. Go. Right, Penguin, number 15. Come on down. I'll go and get it. What have you got in store for me today? Oh, hello. My stream's doing a bit of flashing. Whoa. Don't you do this, Penguin. Don't you switch me off, Penguin. Mrs. Cruncher probably just turned the telly on us back. Let's have a look what we've got. Oh, we got a bottle again today. Oh, a little one again. Oh no, these little ones are like mental, aren't they? Ah, that's a pretty bottle. Imperial Stout. What do you think, Penguin? Rubbish. No. It's good, look. Imperial Stout, you like that? Put the hairs on your beak. Good old Penguin, he loves it, really. Now, Imperial Stout, that sounds... Oh, my God. Oh, my. This is some serious kit here that Mrs. Cruncher's gone and bought me now. Christ. Well, that hair's coming at me ears after I've had this one down my neck, I can tell you. Cheers, Penguin. See you later, mate. Where's my camera? There we are. Yes, so we've got Imperial Stout. Dave Malik, how are you, Dave? Wetting 57 there. That's Fahrenheit though, isn't it? Thomas, how you doing, mate? David, hi David Tag. Did your hairdressing yesterday? Ah. Right, what's this then? This is Imperial Stout. It says dark coffee toasted. Let's just turn that down a bit. Brewed in London. I'm not sure where, but I can tell you now, it says on the side there, 10.4%. Oh, 10.4%. Hell, that's the strongest one I've had yet. Mrs. Cruncher sorted me right out there, isn't she? Russian Imperial Stout. Russian as well, apparently. There you go, Benji. Benji's a bit of a Russian man. Yeah, we've had a fair bit of snow here, buddy, but it's stopped snowing, but it's all frozen solid. It's like packed hard. The trouble is, the more that cars go over it, the slipperier it gets. So where's this brewed to then? I can't read that other bit. It's a bit too small. Deceptively smooth and easy to drink. Whereabouts in London is that brewed? 10.4. It's the good stuff, isn't it? This is the good stuff. So trying to see where it's brewed. Must be on here somewhere. It says London. Oh, Sambrook's Brewery. Handcrafted beer without the top knot. Vintage, Tash or Unicycle. Oh, see here, Sambrook's Brewery Limited, Battersea. Battersea in London. Down with the dogs. Hell. 10.4. I'm going to have to get this in the glass pretty sharpish. I'm looking forward to this one. Evening Prior, how are you? Must contain vodka, yeah. How do you get on Devon Air Gold radio station? How do you get? I have been on Devon, BBC Radio Devon. I was on that, but not for anything radio wise. I like phoned into one of their competitions. I did give the channel a plug though. I'm trying to think of the name of the guy that does the quiz that I entered in. I didn't do too bad. I think I got 22. Which I think is above average for a first timer. I'm trying to think what the guy's called now. Does the quiz. I'm sure some of you Devon Les will know. Les will know for sure. Cool. That smells like a barley wine, that does, not a stout. Beer used to be considered a soft drink in Russia. I knew you'd know something about it, Benji. Yeah, she must be Matambale. It is. It's only a 330, only a 330ml, just as well, really, isn't it? I always remember going in Wetherspoons one year, and they usually got some Christmas beers on, and they had one that was pretty strong. I think it was something like 9-point-something%, and they would not serve it in a pint glass. I said, I'll have a pint of that. I said, no, we can't do that. You can only have a half pint. Let's have 2 half pints then. So you did me 2 half pints. Crazy, isn't it? David Fitzgerald, that's it, Dave. David Fitzgerald, that's it. And somewhere I've got the recording of it because I recorded it. So let's have a... God, it smells amazing. Let's have a taste because it's going to be good, isn't it? Cool. That is nice. It is a stout. You can taste it's a stout, not a barley wine. It's not sweet enough for barley wine, but that is very nice. I think it was that little bottle I had yesterday. In fact, the last 2 have been really nice. The little small bottles. You can tell they're strong because they're in the smaller bottles. Every time a small one comes out, you know it's going to be mad. Sandbrook, they only started brewing in 2008. Sandbrook, is that what I said? Sam Sambrook. Not sand, Sambrook. It's my accent, Johnny, isn't it? The wobulator. We've got a wobbler up there. You can see the old Panasonic lurking in the background. Hi, Paddy. What's written on the bottom of the mug is empty, mate. But you got Radiocruncher's beer written on the front of it. This is a present from Mrs. Cruncher about 3 years ago, I think. It's been well used. It's been dinged. It's been beaten up a little bit, but still going strong. Still going strong. Yeah, that's nice. I'd certainly drink more of that. Well, I'd have a go at drinking a bit more of that. So I think I said cheers, but I'll say it again. Cheers, everybody. Happy Christmas. Very nice. Right, we've got our second advent calendar to open. Because the old radio kit's getting very interesting. Getting very interesting, the radio kit. God, that is nice, that beer. God, I could do a few of those, I think. I could do a few of those. And Mrs. Cruncher likes to pop in and have a look to see what I've pulled out of the advent calendar today. So I'm sure she'll be watching along at some stage. It says 15th already, look. We've done 15. This is a 15th live stream. Well, 14th, because I did one pre-recorded. So it looks like 15 is there. I've got a feeling I know what's in this one. Ooh, there we go. Oh no, it's another resistor now. I thought it was going to be another tactile switch. It was thrown me there a little bit. What are we doing with this one then? What are we doing with this? So we've just got a resistor. Resistor tether. Oh, it's the same brewer, is it? Russia Stout Thames Water. A hot water bottle. You could fill the hot water bottle up with that. It's a Russian vodka mug. Yeah, that was a present from Mrs. Cruncher. Very thoughtful of her. I mentioned about I wouldn't mind a tankard, thinking it'll get a glass one. She got me a proper pewter one with brass rim. Very nice. And even had it etched with Radiocruncher beer. Okay, so we've got a resistor. So box 15 contains another 4.7k resistor, yellow, purple, red, to reduce the brightness of the LED. The previous direct connection to 3 volt made the LED shine very brightly. Series resistor significantly reduces the LED current. Furthermore, the volume gets improved. Okay, so that must be restricting the flow of electricity to the LED, which is boosting the electricity for the radio side of it. Furthermore, volume gets improved. The V plus contact is again a loose wire end that has to be held to the upper power rail to increase the volume. By continuous operation, you will quickly get to the maximum volume. Right, we've got some more rewiring to do. We've got a bit more rewiring to do. So let's get them out of the box. Okay, so let's have a look. I've got to put that resistor's got to go in there, down to there. Okay. Oh, okay. What's that going to then? So that one's, oh, okay, so this basically, this wire here is getting replaced by a resistor. Now that's a fair old stretch for that resistor. Is it that wire there? Yeah. So this one's got to come out, but we can reuse that one in a minute. This one's got to go in between there and why am I doing this one-handed? Oh dear. Got it wrapped around the voltage regulator now. Get in there. Get off of it. Leave it. Set Penguin on you. Let's get you down a bit closer. It's getting pretty busy on here. So that's the resistor I've just added in, that one. I've taken this link out, but it says that this link now needs to go in here. And it says you've got a short. The V plus contact is again a loose wire end that has to be held to the upper power rail to increase the volume. Okay, let's see what happens. We've certainly got a lot going on now. We're getting busy. We're getting very busy. Let's get that one ready to go in there. Let's plug our battery in. So apparently the LED should be shorter. Shorter? Where's the goats? I should say so. Lighter. Ben! This is yours, mate. Thank you very much. It is pewter, I believe, Paddy, yeah. Harvey, how are you, mate? Can't finish any more reels, we're waiting for drive belts. So apparently this then is supposed to increase the volume. It does a little bit actually. So it says by continuous operation you'll quickly get to the maximum volume, which we are. If you can, well, I'm sure you can hear that. You can hear the background hisses come up a bit as well. Oh, okay. It's quite loud. I'm just using the scan down button now. So let's see if the volume down button works.
There's 3 more to come, aren't there? Yes, they shot the 3rd one at the same time as this one.
It'll creep back up then.
The strange thing for those actors is this film is going to be coming out like
So I can feel a tactile switch coming.
I can't imagine what that press was.
So there we are. That's the latest addition to the radio. How many more sleeps till Christmas? Woohoo! I bet the kids are getting excited, Daniel. And all Daddy's got is a lump of coal. No, I'm sure you sport them to death, Daniel, haven't you? Right, that's that one. So let's have another sip of my beer a minute, catch up with the chat, and then I'll God, that's nice. I need some more of that, I think. I think they probably will, Doug, at some stage. Right, so let's zoom out and we'll have a look at this this radio for today. Let's say I bought this one at the meet, the British Vintage Wireless Society meet at Wooton Basset, and this is exactly how I bought it. I've not done anything to it apart from take the £5 label off the front, because I paid £5 for this. I didn't haggle, it had £5 on it. I thought, well, it looks really smart, so I'm just going to buy it. I've never seen one before. And I just love the meters. It's got 2 meters, look. This is a volume meter, apparently. And this is fine tuning. So really, not a clue what all that's about. But it's got like a rounded dial as well with a chrome. It's a metal chrome. It's not painted chrome. Metal chrome bezel, and it's got this. I don't know if it's leather or leatherette. I think it's, I don't know, it does look a bit leathery. I think that's leather. I think that is leather. So it's even got an external power socket, and it did come with a power cable. And we've got external antenna connection as well. Ho-ho! We can give this a bit of a run later if it works. And we've got tuning and fine tuning. So we've got tuning at the top, fine tuning underneath. Cheers, cheers, buddy. Catch you soon, mate. I'm sure you're all subscribed to Mr. The Radio Shop, buddy, over in the States. Cracking channel. If not, check him out. Is it leather? I think it is, Lee. Yeah, I think it is. It looks like leather. Yeah, it does look like leather, but until we get it out, I can't be 100% sure. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, whether it comes out on the camera. I think you can sort of see it from the side there. It's sort of got a curve to it, the dial. Even the dial pointer is curved, look. Can you see that? Even the pointer's curved. I don't even know if it works. I don't know if the pointer goes up and down. Let's try that. Yeah, that's a relief. No dial cord to do. The fine tuning must move it very slightly. I don't know. That's probably just a. Oh, hello. Do you see that meter's moving? How is that working? There's no batteries in it, I don't think. How is that working then? How bizarre. So we've got 0 in the middle, and we've got plus or minus. Is that kilohertz? Probably plus or minus 5 kilohertz. Interesting, but yeah. How is that working? I'm sure it's not on. But I don't even know how to turn it on. Don't even know where the volume. Oh, okay, volume's here. These must be mechanical, you know, because look, there's no batteries in this, but as I turn the volume, the needle goes up. Turn the volume back, it goes down again. And we've got a whacking great tuning and battery indicator in the middle. This is a nice radio. This is a nice radio. Made in Japan, it is made in Japan, yeah. You're going to be live streaming, buddy. Well, definitely got to check that out, mate. Error 52, how are you, mate? Mechanical meters, they're connected to the knobs. Yeah, it looks like it. Obviously the center one isn't, but yeah, these two are mechanical because there's no batteries in them. That's a bit quirky though, isn't it? I've never seen that before. That is bizarre. I like it though. Well, it came with this plugged into the back. Now, is that the European or the American? It looks like someone's grabbed hold of those and squeezed them and twisted them as well. Rob, hey, I like that. That's a sort of fireworks or Christmas background. Nice. And thanks for the super chat. Brian wants to see it naked. All right, John. We'll get its clothes off in a minute. But this actually says national. Let's get this on the overhead camera because I can't use this. But it is multi-voltage. Multi-voltage, is that a word? Oh, hang on. Why's my overhead camera not working? What's going on? Come on. You've got to work. Why is that not working then? Has the thing come out again? Yeah, it's come out again, I think. Strange, my overhead camera doesn't seem to be working. I just need a kick. Let's unplug it and plug it in again. Yeah, I think some of the European plugs are 2-pin, and I think they've got a bit of an angle on them. So whether someone's modified it to fit a European socket, we're back in business now. I don't know. Let's get in close with it. So you can see it's actually got the national symbol on it. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll get a bit closer. Is that national on it? It is, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Yeah, that's a national symbol. It says 6 amps, 250 volts, but yeah, someone's given it a good muller, haven't they? Someone's beat the hell out of that to make it fit a different socket, possibly. I mean, that wouldn't fit a UK socket, so strange. It's almost European. But what you will notice on the other end is we've got one of these unusual plugs. Now, this is not a normal figure of 8 plug. Now, there's quite a lot of German sets use this plug, and it's a shaver. It's a shaver plug. You can see our national on the side there. So it's a shaver plug. It just so happens that I have got one because I did a repair on a Nordmend, I think it was, or it might have been a Grundig. So I got one to specifically work on that radio, and I did have it here, but I've put it to one side. I think. No, here we go. So I've got a 3-pin plug version. So that should fit it. But is it the same or isn't it? It might not be the same, you know. That might not be the same. Might have to hotwire it. Love a bit of hot wiring. Yeah, I don't think the pinouts are the same. They're different. But then I don't suppose there's any harm cutting that off. But then saying that this cable ain't really up to much, is it? So yeah, I don't think if that'll go in or not. No, that is not big enough because I think there's a little switch in there that this activates as well. Interesting. So error 52. Mains plug was supposed to have a detachable factory adapter for the appropriate country. You have a Panasonic power supply that has the complete set on its cable. Oh wow! Thanks, Sarah. So Thomas did warranty work for Panasonic, and all products in the US are labelled Panasonic. That's Australian, Harvey, is it? Really? It's come from the land down under. Just catching the chat here. Doug says it's a USA plug twisted. Dave Rose is saying his first telly in 1978 was National Panasonic. Harvey's saying Australian. What's Doug saying? You should have a selector plug for various voltages. Rolf's in. Evening, Rolf. Okay, let's have another look. I mean, I've not cleaned it or anything. It literally is as I picked it up. So we've got our band switch there, shortwave 2, 1, and medium wave. There's no FM. There's no long wave. It's a bit unusual. Medium wave, shortwave 1 and 2. Tone, low, high tone. And what's this one? Dial light. It's got a dial lamp. Ooh. Dial lamp. So it's AC or battery. It's a cracker in it. Should we get out of the case? So we've got an aerial as well, by the way. We have got an antenna. And I did pull that out before I bought it, just in case it had a knackered aerial, and it is absolutely perfect. Dead straight. Absolutely dead straight. So let's get him undressed, shall we? Because John wants to see him naked. No, I don't think this. I think no, I don't think it's leather. It might have bits of leather. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's ever been out of this case though. So let's And how do we get that out then? I'm gonna have to pull this side up and slide it over this way to get it past the knobs. So it's got HK3510 and Rod 51ZA. Rod. I don't know if Rod was the guy that passed it, or whether Rod means the ferrite rod or something. I don't know. Who is Rod? Who is that man? Not Mr. Stewart, was it? See that? Focus. Looks like it might be 512A or 51ZA, it looks like. HK3510. But yeah, I don't think it's leather. It might be, is it a leather outer with a cardboard backing maybe? I don't know. Let me get the eyes on. I've just knocked some more of Mrs. Cruncher's decorations down. Every day I knock more decorations down. I don't know, to be truthful. No, I think it is PVC or vinyl of some description, but it's certainly got a really hard backing. It's almost like it is leather on a cardboard backing, but I don't think it is. Don't smell of leather, but then it's old. So anyway, that's the case. Let's have a look at the radio. Let's first of all see if we've got any batteries in here. Hopefully not. I doubt it very much because it's yeah, that don't look like it's ever been used. Terminal's clean down there. And clean there. Yeah, this hasn't had batteries in it, I don't think. I don't think it's ever had any batteries in it. It's got dust in it, but no batteries. I don't think this has had batteries in it. So it's just the dust off of this disintegrated foam. So we've got a serial number. SE 09 SIA 31,114. Like I said, I've never seen one of these before. So we've got the badge on the back, and I did put this out on my membership page earlier. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. So we've got a voltage selector, and it is in the 240 position. So it's an R-358B, 3-band, 14 transistors. Whoa. Yeah, this is some weird power thing here. So we've got medium wave, 525 to 1605. You can see that or not. Shortwave 1, 2.3 to 7. Oh, this goes quite low then. Shortwave 2 is 7 to 22. So 13 to 42.9 meters and 42.9 meters to 13.6 meters. So AC 50 to 60 hertz, 110, 125, 220, 240, 4 watts. Or three D-size flashlight batteries. National UM1 or equivalent 4.5. So across this side we've got, if I can get it in the camera, no I can't get it in the camera, I'll have to move the camera over. I may be zoomed in a bit too close, but yeah, we've got antenna and earth connection there, look. So I don't know whether that's 3.5 jack plugs or what, I don't know. I can see connectors in there. It looks like it's just almost like those bootlace ferrule things. Oh, wow. It's got a almost like a 3. Can you see that this looks like there's a line there? But it isn't. It's not a line. It's just something they've done to the aluminium. How strange is that? This is nice. This is nice. Look at that beauty. That's never been out of the case, I don't think. This is blowing my camera out. Blowing the camera out. No, there won't be a BFO on it, Rob. Stream Element didn't like your reference to strippers. Unfortunately, Harvey, you'll be back in a minute. Yeah, it is 2 speakers. Yeah, it is. Let's have a look on Radio Museum then, because I found some info on Radio Museum. Still wants more. It wants more and more out of me. I've uploaded some pictures and it still wants more. Let's get this thing off my head. God, that beer is nice. That is a nice beer. So here we go. We've got a schematic which I've downloaded, which is over here. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. Some pictures of it. Sneak peek inside. Okay, that's the output station. So there's a transformer That's standard sort of Japanese of this era, isn't it, really? Ours looks pretty smart, to be fair. I haven't got the carry straplet. I haven't got the carry handle for it. It's a shame. There's a back panel. So someone's already taken some really nice photos of this one. So let's have a look what it says. Japan, 1974 to 76. So I was 10 to 12 years old when this came out. Super hat, broadcast 2 short waves. Features twin 3.5-inch speakers with a 1 watt output. So that should be pretty potent. Linear volume and fine linear, not log. Fine tuning. Oh, linear volume and fine tuning indicators. Yeah, okay. Signal strength and battery meter. 2-step tone control. And turn and ground. Mingaze price service. I don't know what that means. So the price in the first year of sale. This is unusual that it says AUS, look, Australian dollars. 88.95 Australian dollars. Mentioned in Mingaze price service, 1975 to 76. What on earth is Mingaze price service? Australia. Oh, a yearbook. Right, okay. Never heard of that. Anybody ever heard of that? Mingaze price service? So it's 88.95 Australian dollars in 1974. Luckily we haven't got any AF117s in it. Some of these can be tricky. We've got OA90s, which are diodes, and a 1S1210, which is a diode as well, I think. 2 SC945s, I've got plenty of those. SDs and SBs I haven't got a lot of. Interesting, let's have a look at the schematic then. I don't know where this has come from, but it looks like it's an actual manufacturer's. So where are we? One of these medium wave and the other one must be short wave. Hang on, we've got 3 front ends on it. Maybe it's medium wave, short wave 1 and short wave 2. Maybe that's the 3 front ends, look. Can't quite make out that. S1 to 6. Okay, it looks like all 3 feed into this main line here. Well, depending on which one's selected, I suppose. Yeah, so it's coming out of the first oscillator transformer, I think, for each band. So it's got a separate. Okay. Interesting. So IF strip looks like it's shared by all 3 bands. So 1, 2. What's this one up here? Why have we got that one up there? What's that one doing then? So we've got an IF there. We've got an IF there, but what's that one doing? Oh, that's a meter driver then. That's driving the meter. I see. Okay. So it's putting the signal off of this first transistor, popping that up onto the meter. Okay, interesting. So detector diode. Then we've got, must have volume pot round here somewhere. There's a volume pot. Here it is, by the looks of it. Yeah, volume pot into the first AF pre-driver, driver, and our finals. What's this thing up here doing then? What's that doing? You can't see it because I'm probably in the way. Oh, it's got them listed here, look. So TR14 is a ripple filter. How about that? Whoa. A ripple filter. Well, that answered that then, didn't it? Second, first, yeah, meter amp, look. So that is the meter amp. First IF. Okay, so we've got medium wave mixer, shortwave mixer, shortwave mixer, medium wave oscillator, shortwave, and shortwave oscillator. That's these 6 here. That's quite a good schematic, actually, isn't it? So, I'll select battery current 24 milliamps, no signal, maximum output 350 milliamps flat out. That's quite a lot. There's our switches. What's this here? It's our little power supply then for 240 volts or 230. So that's just there must be a battery switch then, is there somewhere? Well, no, that's the switch in the plug itself, I think. So if you plug the mains in, it switches the batteries out. So we've got a dual diode package, and a couple capacitors in there, but not a lot else really. Little transformer by the looks of it. So yeah, that's just switching tap-ins on the transformer. So we've got some caps to look out for. We've got this one here, which is right across the positive and negative. Yeah, that one's on the driver to ground, so mind you, it's on the emitter. D3, what's that doing then? Is that sort of some sort of over current protection or something? D3. I've got dial light comes off of here. So dial light seems to be driven by the emitter of this one, the first AF amp. Okay, there we are. A quick stroll around the schematic. Gerard, how are you? But go on. Let's just catch up. 68 watching. Well, it's an interesting radio. How you doing, Gerald? You got a Pi radio with a grill done like that, and I suspect it might be a rebadged Panasonic. £5. This was the £5 radio. You're going to grab a goblin beer. Yeah, good stuff. I like that, Harvey. If it works, a steal. Yeah, the straps on these would have just been like a plasticky thing. And I think, yeah, Rob's saying I might be able to get a strap made up for it, but Ralph is quite right. I was just going to say that, Ralph. An old handbag strap will probably fit it. Yes, they will be silicone. They're pretty decent, Thomas, but they do fail and they are sod to get hold of. If you've got a Japanese transistor gone, I find it quite difficult to try and match them with transistors from our part of the world. I've got a Toshiba. Is it Toshiba up there that's got, no, Mitsubishi up there that's got a problem with the oscillator transistor, and I've tried an AF127 in it, and it's not liking it. You suspect it came from down under, John? Pretty much general purpose transistors. AF117s are about the late 60s, I would say, Rob. Mid to late 60s. Only works upside down. Mingay is Australian's trade journal for radio service. All right, okay. But that's a bit of an optical illusion, because it looks like that has got a crease in it, doesn't it? But if you look at it side on, it's dead flat. There is no crease in that. How have they done that then? They must have brushed one part of the aluminium one way and brushed the other part the other way to get that effect. It's really grubby. I'm going to give it a quick wipe over, and then we're going to get some power on it. Hi, evening, Rich. Either you have found a bargain or this guy has high hopes. That's you have a good stock of them. I struggle to find them, Thomas, to be honest. And I usually end up having to buy one for quite a lot of money from far afield. Usually Germany, actually. So Rich has just sent that through. So someone's got one there. $159. Good used condition, functional, but has he got the bits that he's obviously got the... He's got a lead with it. Looks nice. He ain't got the case, though, has he? He hasn't got the case. There's no case with that one. It seems a shame to cut the plug off, really, and put another one on. Does seem a bit of a shame. Cheers for that, Rich. I say this has definitely not been out the case, I don't think. You see the you can see the dots. These dots here are not part of the grill. That's the holes in the outer grill. In the grill of the case, there's a little bit of corrosion there. Careful, because I don't want to get any fluid inside the glasses. Even nicer, that, when it dries out. Be careful, because I don't want to rub that that effect off the front. So high-low tone. You can see why I grabbed this radio when I saw it. I thought, that does look unusual. I'm going to have a play with that. And I did buy it specifically for the live stream. So, well, and there's another reason as well. So we'll go into that a bit later. You need a rocket blower. A rocket blower? What's that? You have a few scattered around and use them all the time, much better than the cans. That's looking a bit healthier. It needs a bit more of a clean up. I don't want to go too mad because I'll end up rubbing through this finish. So you don't want to rub the lettering off of it. This is just a wet wipe I'm using just to get the worst of the muck off. I'm going to have to use something a bit stronger on this volume knob. This is going to have to come off this band knob and go into the ultrasonic, I think. I've had Rob's knobs in there today, in the ultrasonic. Rob's knobs have been in the ultrasonic. Doesn't sound good, does it? Rob's knobs. Alright, there we are. That's a bit healthier. Yeah, impressive little radio that. That's I wonder what it sounds like. That's the thing, isn't it? So how are we going to power this up? I have got a 110 adapter up there, but I don't really want to drag that down. Let me have a think here. Let me have a think. I mean, it's 4 watts. It's pretty rough cable, but it's not broken. It's not damaged in any way. It's a bit kinked there, but I'm just wondering whether I can hotwire this to the mains. Don't think I can do it safely though. Let's have a quick look at my quick test. I've got an adapter downstairs. No, there's no way that's going to go in there. I have got two 240 volt outlets on my isolation transformer that I could hook up to, but it's a bit dodgy. It is a bit dodgy, a bit dodge. Actually, no, it might not be. No, saying that, it might not be dodgy. Actually, because I have got my... These are old Avo leads that I use for my bench supply. I mean, really, I should probably try on battery first, shouldn't I? But there's no external battery, so I've got these. I've got these that I can plug in. It's a bargain. Simon Spires, how you doing? Oh, rocket lens blower. Oh, one of those little like, yeah, I've got one of those. I've got a couple of those. Got you now. I see you've got a video out today as well, Simon, that I haven't watched yet. Something about starting up a generator at -7 or something. I must catch up with that. So I can probably not. It's going to be safe because I'm in an isolation transformer, but I can connect these on. These are insulated clips, so I can connect one on like that, another one like that, and I can plug this end into my isolation transformer. So I think I'm going to do that. That interests me. Got to have a bit of danger, haven't we? He says as he's unplugged it. What have I got in here then? Oh. Okay, go down there. So if that's what you want to do, then go down there. So if I just go down to my isolation transformer, if I can get there, let's come off the bench and then go up a little bit to there. So this is my, it's a Variac and an isolation transformer. It's a lovely bit of kit. When I first decided to start having a look at Evolve radios, I thought there's no way I'm going to ever do one until I've got the right kit. So let's pop that voltage down then. So what I can do is plug these in to there, and that gives me my 240 volts. And these cables are rated at, I think they're rated at 1,000 actually. I wouldn't trust them at 1,000, but I think they are. So that's not going to flash over. So I can bring it up gently on that and just keep an eye on the amperage. It has got a cutout as well, so if there's any issues it will just click out. So there you are, that's my bench supply. Not bench supply, my isolation transformer. So we should probably power it up with a battery first, but we're not going to. We're going to stick it straight in the mains, right in the guts of them. Right. What do you think? Will it or won't it work? Will it or won't it work? I mean, it's plugged in now, it's powered on, but I've not wound the... Is there an on-off switch on this? Yeah, so the on-off switch is on the volume. So let's stick it on medium wave. Tone. Put it on low tone. Fine tuning. I love that. I love that mechanical meter. That's amazing, isn't it? So it's turned on. Got some volume on it. Should we going to... Thomas, is the tree on? I think it's going to work. Think it's a worker? Should work, Gerard. Eris says it's going to work. It's a Panasonic. Signs of life for Benji. Let me have another sip of this. I just don't want this drink to finish, really. That's nice. Okay. Let's start winding it up. Let's just turn that off a minute. So I'm on 100 volts coming up. So I'm on the definitely am on the 2, yeah, I'm on the 220, 240 setting. So I'm on the 120 volts, 140. Let's go to 220. She's working. She's working. So let's see if we can tune anything in with it. Let's get that on 0. That works very well. Look at the tuning meter. Look at this meter. You've got to see this.
It did originally look like a fall at first glance. I thought it done really well.
How good is that? Doesn't seem to be picking up too much interference either.
What was about in the last 2 games?
That's a strong.
You just said. I'm about to tell you.
The dial light works as well. You can't really see that.
Where Messi has been brilliant, and there have been many games where Messi has been shut out of the game, and that's allowed.
Can't really see that. Hang on, let's turn a couple of lights off.
Let me guarantee you this. If Kyle Walker bowled on more of the other teams and got something about a Kyle Walker would have been as good as right.
It ain't the brightest dial light.
Mbappe would have destroyed them. But that's why the
It sort of appears to be lit down the side here somehow.
their defensive acumen is just outstanding. The willingness of players like Amrabat to sacrifice his midfielders to pull back and help them work. So it's better than England. I think it's fine. Yes. It was better than England.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a single dial lamp.
Mbappe is concerned. This guy has consistently
So something interfering with that, you can hear it. Could be anything. It's probably my phone charger. High tone. That works.
He's already in the box. He's got one thing in his mind that can I get a shot off, and he does. He hits it really well.
Try to fine tune it.
Tillman comes across and tries to make the block. He does.
Fine tuning works that.
But he hits the shot over the line. Follow through, catch him. You're not going to get
Nice.
a goal for that. I mean, he's going to try and block the ball, but the worrying thing is that Potty's twice been in the box free. He's playing that midfield role quite well. He's getting forward.
It is very nice, isn't it?
Against Kent, so it's someone they're going to have to watch.
Yeah, he's wincing. It's a cold night to get a clatter like that as the two players collided full-blooded into each other there.
Yeah.
Edric, he just turned his third corner and gave the lead to him sort of the start of this game. He very nearly doubled the lead there with the...
Right, let's try shortwave 1, shall we?
Not far over the target at all. So he's trying to make his...
Cool, we got something in. That's Mrs. Cruncher's telly interfering with that, I think. Yeah, that's the power line adapter, that is. Blimmin' thing. It is a beauty, isn't it? A little bit crackly, but I'm going to need to go and pull Mrs. Cruncher's plug, I think. I'm going to go and see if she minds switching over to the Wi-Fi a minute. This could be fun. There could be some bad language, so cover your ears. Make sure I don't drag that 240 off the bench. Mrs. Cruncher, can I unplug the telly thing and you can connect with Wi-Fi?
How do I do that?
Ha! Do you want me to show you? It's just as I can't hear the radio up there. It's wiping it out. No bad language. I'm on microphone, Mrs. C. She's doing lots of abusive sign language. So if you go to home, just doing a bit of telly. Let's get Mrs. Cruncher on Wi-Fi. Network settings. Devola, we can't use BT. Is it going to ask us for the code for that one? I wonder. What's it going to connect? Oh, it wants a password. It wants a bloody password. think the cord is here for that one, isn't it? Or is it upstairs? It's here. Bear with me, I'm just programming Mrs. Cruncher's thing here. So, where are we? Select the wireless network. Okay. So how do we get to capitals, Mrs. C? It's down there, look. That one.
Duh.
Well, you could do this, couldn't you? If it's that easy, duh, easy. U6, small y, big Q. Are you huffing? Was that a huff then? Did you all hear that? Huff. Oi! They can hear you. I've forgotten where I am now. QFLU. Flu. Giving away my Wi-Fi code now, that. Not that anyone really cares. FLEU. LYH.
Oh, your own time, eh?
You can have a go if you think you can do it faster. Comes home here messing up our radio stuff. Thinks she owns the place.
Do you want me to put every plug in this house in a minute?
You nearly swore then, didn't you? No swearing, Mrs. Cruncher. You'll get moderated. You'll get deleted. Right, and the last one, is this going to work? Let's just show the password, shall we? Oh, okay. Just go next then. We've got a whirligig. We've got the buffering sign going on the telly now.
You'll have a buffering sign in a minute.
I got my badge on. I'm buffering immune. Oh, this isn't going well, is it?
Just leave it. Just let me have the controller, please.
Just no. You'll be patient. It's having a chat to the router. It's having a little chat to it. Don't you worry about it. It's having a chat to the router. Because Devola won't work, see, if I pull the plug.
I'll pull your plug in a minute, if you don't go away.
The abuse. The abuse. That ain't connecting, is it?
Just give me the controller.
What are you doing with the controller?
I'm going to go on just normal. Go away.
You're going to go on normal TV? Were you watching your Netflix thing, weren't you? You can watch it later.
Yes, just go. You still,
Just go.
Are you still here?
Oh well, Mrs. Cruncher. Thank you very much, Mrs. Cruncher. We all owe Mrs. Cruncher for letting us turn off the horrific power line adapter. Right. I mean, it could be other things. It could be all my LED lights, but I'm coming back. So you can hear that racket. Let me pull this adapter and see if it stops it, if I can get to it. It's a bit of a task to get to it even. Oh. That's better, but it's not brilliant still. Let's try some lights. That one? No. No. Ah, that one. That's the overhead camera. Oh dear, what a game. So we've got the noise down to an S8 now instead of an S9 Plus. Still stuff interfering, but I've got most things turned off now. Turn that off. Got to be careful of this mains right beside me. Okay. Need that on. Just seeing what else I can turn off. Well, that's about as much as I can turn off. It's better. Yeah, I'm going to try that in a second, Doug. So let's just catch up with a chat even. I think I'm there. Yes, aerial not up either. No, there's no aerial up on shortwave yet. Meter defies logic. Sounds like a Sony TV. It is a Sony TV. Mrs. C was using sign language. Well, I get a spare room. My radios live in the spare room, don't say. A bit of off-camera argy-bargy via microphone. Don't tell her to give me some grief. She don't need telling. Andrew, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I will pop an external antenna. Well, it did drop it a couple less points turning that off. So let's try it with the aerial up. Oh, something there. It is working on the whip. And that little fine tune is working brilliantly. Can't see the fine tune because I'm in the way, but so if I turn it, it's working. There is still something interfering with it. No. That's China radio. Just going to pop the power off to it in a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bubble wrap this. This is this sticky bubble wrap, so it attaches to itself. It's quite good stuff. So I'm just going to wrap that around just in case. Because knowing me, I'll drop a screwdriver or something on it. So there we are. It's our pre-packaged mains connector. Comes complete with that. And it was an optional accessory, but it's coming unwrapped as we speak. Right. Let's get an external antenna sorted. Let's get an external antenna sorted. Right, here we go. Here's my stuff crashing down everywhere. And I've got my advent calendars on top of the wires just for extra effect. So I'm going to stick my ATU in here. And somehow I've got to try and connect to the wires in the back. So I think I'm just going to twist these wires, shove them in the hole. So let's pop the aerial down. So antenna, ground. Yes, that's quieter. Oh, if you don't pull it out, that is. So what are we on? 7 megs. Now we've got some antenna going on. That's better. So that's 49-meter band. So the little fine tune works a treat. It's actually picking up very well. Sorry about the noise.
Contribuent au bien commun non seulement de leurs propres citoyens mais aussi de la famille humaine tout entière, a souligné le pape, expliquant que chacun de ces diplomates partageait à juste titre le souci de construire la communauté internationale dans cette tâche vitale et collective qui consiste à faire progresser le bien-être des
Let's try shortwave 2 then. I'm just not my mic off. No, I haven't. So this is higher band stuff, so we've got to go up. No, it's nothing on the higher bands. Let's try it on medium wave for the external aerial.
Because we decided to keep on sharing the gospel because Jesus Christ was there on the whole.
Whoa, Rob, thank you. Bit of REM. That's like in my long wire, isn't it? It's another station right by it, look. I'll zoom out a little bit. So I'm on the fine tune now, look. God knows what that is. They're so close together. I'll probably get a copyright hit for that. Thanks, Thomas.
School is closed today due to the snow, and then you've got to like listen to your radio station to find out if your school has been shut.
Fun fact, Thomas, the song was what? It's the inspiration for the Arabic Nokia ringtone.
Without you, connect with family and friends for less this Christmas. Save up to £500 on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. So go on, send those answer selfies and Santa emojis, and give those distant brothers a video call.
Medium wave is absolutely rammed. TalkSport. I'm getting TalkSport twice there.
We'll have the third and fourth place game on Saturday afternoon as well. Sunday afternoon for the World Cup final. Both games live from the stadium.
See if I can know one out of it.
We're talking about whether winning the World Cup truly matters, when we're going to talk about, when all is said and done, the greatest player of all time, right? Does Messi need to win it? I don't think he does, but there you go, because I don't think the competition is the greatest competition that he will face. I think it's better in the Champions League. Anyway, let's get straight to your calls. Rafa, the Manchester.
के साथ सिर्फ इतना कहना चाहूंगी कि आंखों से बेइरादा आंसू टपक गए हैं आंखों से
Two goals between Arsenal and Lyon. Excellent, Cyril. This game has certainly sparked into life. It had done right from the get-go. Portier scored after 8 minutes. Sakala equalised after 15. Nisbet scored after 60. And I don't even think there was a full minute between those second and third goals in the game. It is a testament to the 102 matches that we haven't been whinging about the cold weather. I've hardly noticed the cold. The football has been so.
I just put the volume up a bit. That is powerful volume as well.
On the pitch, so cannot complain.
It is, Andrew, isn't it?
Just to,
It goes on and on. Oh, makes me on, mate.
Que define a su abuelo. ¿Cómo sería Miró? Si fuera artista hoy en 2022, sería la obra de Miró. Sería como Banksy.
That's wide.
Que tiene muchos.
Ya Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo me molesta profundamente.
Pulls it back from the left, puts it up too many great set defenders in front of him, and it's blocked out for a corner. Corner to Rangers.
Oh.
This is what Rangers can do when they quicken up the play. It's a lot.
Para asumir el gran reto de la vitalización, nuestra columna vertebral tuvo que adquirir diversas curvaturas necesarias.
Al final lo que se nota es que el mejor equipo alucinado con las cosas.
Fruto de ello observamos muchos pies lapsos que condicionarán
el camino bien fuerte que el mejor equipo del presente.
Wow. Es el mejor jugador del mundo.
Dejémoslo ahí. Sergio Heredia, compañero del diario La Vanguardia. Muchísimas gracias.
Tehát a vadászményeknek egy ördögi démon fülembe súgta.
Oh, wow, what do you think? Whoa, that's a nice bit of kit, isn't it? Victor, how are you, mate? Wow, well, that's a nice radio. That's a nice, it doesn't need anything doing. It doesn't need anything doing, really. It really doesn't need anything doing to it. Volume pot isn't really scratchy even. Tone switch isn't scratchy. Dial light works fine. It's all working. It's all working. Let's try it on some batteries then. So let's turn it off. Pop that power off. Let's pull those two wires. Pull that one out. Let's pop my thing out and let's get it on some batteries a minute. So the light may seem a bit funny because I've only got half the lights on in here at the moment, trying to cut down the interference. But let's get some. I think it says 3, so it's only a 4.5 volt set. 3 D cells, I think it said, and I think I've got 3 here. Panasonic quality, yeah, it is. Well, back in the day when they made quality things, isn't it? Pro cell, guaranteed to leak, but good while they last. God, I've sprained my thumb as well yesterday. I'm struggling to use my thumb at the moment, so looks like they're going this way. So one in there, one in there, and the last one, I suppose I'm supposed to put that down there, aren't I? Got a bit of a dusty battery foam there, but let's see if it works on battery then. Yeah, of course it does. This is on the internal aerial now. It just works. It literally, oh, it's a little bit scratchy down the bottom end maybe, but wow, what do you think? Panasonic caps had a good reputation, cosmetic clean, and that's it. You got one of these, Gerard, have you? I did, Lee, didn't I? So I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this radio. This is a radio for my Patreons and my channel members. So I'm going to give this away to one of my Patreons or one of my channel members. And if you're a member of both, then you get 2 chances. And I think what I'm going to do, like they used to do at the fairs and that, I'm going to get a jar and I'm going to fill it with transistors or resistors or capacitors, and you'll have to guess how many's in there. But you need to be a Patreon or a channel member. And if you want to be a channel member, you go to my homepage and you click join, and then there's all sorts of options open up to you, and you get a little badge beside your name in the chat and in any messages you post. And you also get access to photos of mine and videos. So well worth doing, and you get a chance to win this thing. And I mean, you know, Rich just found that for sale at $140 odd, $159 I think it was. And this one has got the case. Now I really don't think I need to do anything to it, to be fair. Yeah, I really don't know that I need to do anything to it at all. Just give it a damn good clean, I think, and that is it. So I'm going to give that away, because end of the day, you know, Patreons pay me for extra bits and pieces and to show their support, and I do buy things with that money, and this is one of those purchases along with the other stuff I bought from the auction. So this is going to go back to one of my supporters. So there you go. If you're a Patreon or channel member, this could be yours. But you've still got to guess how many components are in the jar. But I'll put the pictures of that up in the Patreon page and in the channel membership page. You want to have a look up? You want to have a look inside, do you? Okay. So let's pop my batteries out again. I should definitely have to put another bit of foam in there. That's for sure. Mainly because it's spitting foam inside. This has never been run on batteries. I think this is the first batteries this thing's ever had in it. Okay. So we've got a little, looks like someone's had a screwdriver in here and popped this open at some stage. There's a little screwdriver slot there. So I'm assuming, no, they don't need to come off. I'm assuming we just take out these two screws here and pop the bottom. So let me turn some lights back on. We'll plug Mrs. Cruncher's Wi-Fi back in because we've done listening to it now really as search. We know it works. That was the main object of getting the signal a bit better. There we go. Mrs. Cruncher's Wi-Fi's back on. I can switch lots of things here back on. That and lights and cameras. Oh, it's all happening now, look. Oh. Now we're back in action. Yes, yes. Well, you are one of my Patreons, MacVision, so you get a chance to win this, mate. I think it'll go quite nicely with that other radio, won't it? Yeah. You imagine winning the double, doing the double. So yeah, I will be doing other giveaways for normal YouTube followers. I wouldn't leave you guys out because you support me. You all support me as well. Or support the channel. But I did say I would be doing a specific giveaway this year, and this is what it's going to be. So let's pop these two screws out. This is what we need one of those Japanese screwdrivers for. I did watch a video on YouTube actually not very long ago. Basically it was the Panasonic story, and it goes through how Panasonic came up through the ranks. Let's say there might be a service manual for this, but I can't find it. I haven't had a really hard look. Now I'm not going to, there is a screw there, but that's for the aerial. So let's see if I can split this with my big screwdriver. That was easy enough. No, neat. It is neat. It's certainly they were thinking of servicing for sure. Right, let me see if my overhead camera's back in action because I did unplug it just now. Yes, it is. Okay. So if you sign up for Patreon or channel membership, then you will get a chance to win this. I'd like to keep it, to be fair, but you know, I bought it to sort of give away, really. So I did think you'd like this one because I like it. So it looks very well laid out, easy to get at. So these purple caps, I don't think these are too bad. I've actually got some of these. Oh, there's that RS branded ones I've got. The worst ones are the grey ones. Now, these are like a purpley colour. I don't know if you can see in that light. Is it a bit bright? Darken it down a bit. Let's zoom you in. So yeah, you can see there sort of like a a violet colour, the caps. So I mean, you've got colour-coded IF cans, and I did know the colour codes, but I've forgotten them. My memory's like a sieve. Too much of that really nice beer that's 10.4%. So yeah, these are colour-coded, and I can't remember what the colour codes are now. Saying that, the IF is shared between all the bands, isn't it? So we've probably got 3 oscillators, which might be these 3. Because this is the front end up here. Was this a trimmers for the front end? Well, you'll have a capacitor and a coil, won't you, for each band? I literally can't see anything. It looks immaculate inside. Just get me goggles on and have a closer look. Oh look, we've got some of these little like pill type transistors. If you can see those or not, where I'm pointing. Let's go in deep. Oh. If I get the light at a different angle, you might be able to see the numbers on it. No. Okay, we'll leave it there. But it says 920 Q4X. Probably 2SC920. Yeah, interesting little transistors. Little ceramic ones. Literally, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm not going to touch this. There really isn't any point changing those caps because the audio sounds fine. No issues with the audio. And it's really sensitive, so it's different story if it was really rough sounding. "14 transistors." Yeah, should we count them up? Should we have a count? So if we count from the amplifier section back, I don't know what this thing is here. Is this a transistor? This big black thing? What on earth is that? It's got 3 legs, so it could well be some sort of transistor. So we've got 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are there? So I've got 5 so far, not counting this weird thing. 6, 7. There's another one in there. 8. One of those little pill ones. 9, 10, 11, 12. That must be one there. 13. Let me just get up a bit higher so I can see in over the top of the thing. Right, 1, 2, 3. If I count that as 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can see 13. There might well be 14 there. I'd be no good at guessing the amount of... Oh, hang on, there's 2 over here. Ah, okay. There's 2 over here as well. Can you see them? Little tiny, these little pill ones. So that isn't a transistor then. That must be some sort of rectifier or diode. So there's 1, 2, 3. There's 5 of those little transistors. Got to be 2 SC920s, I reckon. These 2 are as well. That one's covered in wax down there. So yeah, if we don't count that, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've lost count again. 5. Yeah, 14. There is 14 there. So, what do I need to squirt? Just the volume pot, which is in under there. Even though that didn't really make a noise, did it? I don't know how I could get at that. Does that pop off? So the volume control is over here. It's like a double, it's got a gear on it. So this is the outer wheel, turning this inner wheel. So it's geared. I can't see inside that. Clever. And here's our switchlet in the power supply, just here. So that comes down and makes the contact there. When you plug the power cable in, it's absolutely spotless. I mean, when you look at the battery contacts, the battery contacts look like brand new. Yeah, I think it's just a case of a bit of a clean-up. I mean, there's not really even anything to service as such. Not really anything to service. It wouldn't be a choke. Steve, how you doing? Didn't see you pop in, mate. Dual diode. Big vote for Panasonics. I haven't got my heating voucher. I'm supposed to have one for oil, but they're doing it through our electric bill apparently. What I was going to do, let's have a look at the schematics, see if we can see what the hell that black thing is. Let me show you what the black thing looks like. Oh, there's my tablet alarm. Tablet alarm. Tablet alarm. So this is the black thing. See it? It's just a plastic package. It's got 3 legs on it. It's marked 115D. Perhaps it's 5 odd pennies. No, it's actually waxed to this capacitor here, so I can't pull it off because it's waxed to this one. I can't bend it. Incidentally, the little bit there's just popped out. That's clever. I'll tell you what, this is lovely made. That just literally popped out of there. Headphone socket, I think. So let's have a look at the schematic. I thought it might be some sort of I don't think it's a thermistor, because there's a thermistor in there anyway that I can see. It's not that, and it's right by the output pair. Let's take them off. Sweat on. Thomas, too good. Mick Blockley, twin diode package for the mains rectification. Could be. It could be. I did think it looked like a rectifier, but let's have a look at the schematic. So it could be this bit in here, couldn't it? it could be this bit here. This is literally all I've got. It does look like this has come out of a service manual, because if you look at the, you can see Matsushita Electronic on the back side of this, so there is a proper manual for this. I'll tell you, I bet I know who's got it. I bet Sam's has got it. I bet Sam's has got this manual. This is probably taken out of Sam's book, or it does say National Panasonic radio though, so no, this is definitely an actual Panasonic service manual. So we'll print this out and include it with the radio, but yeah, it does look like that is a dual diode package. So it's a rectifier. This one down here. There's our transformer, and it's 3-pin. So it's not a bridge, is it? It's half-wave rectified. It's got one diode on the live and one on the neutral. And it's got 2 capacitors in parallel to smooth it, I assume, and then that comes straight out and into the amplifier circuit. Switched in and out with the switch in the mains lead. That's got to be it. I mean, there's other diodes in there. D3. So let's see what those are. 2SC945. Those 2SC920s. Did I say 920s? Those things. Those little white things. Yeah, 920. So yeah, it's 2SC920s. Those little tiny transistors, and they are fairly scarce. I have got a couple, but I don't know which one they are. I certainly haven't got that one. I got the 2SC945s, I think. But that's working perfect. I'm just going to give a couple squirts around. There's a big switch in there which I'll squirt. Push to loosen. Yeah, it's all very nice. I'm not going to take it apart any further than that, to be fair. I'm going to give a little squirt of switch cleaner in the switches, and that is going to be about it. Oh, it's full wave center tapped, okay. Yeah, it is the actual Panasonic schematic, isn't it? Yeah, I think we're all on the same wavelength there. AC phased rectified. So we'll give the main switch a little squirt. Little squirt. We'll give this, what is this? This is the wave change switch, although it looks brand new. Give that a go. Give that a little work. It did work okay. We've got the tone switch, which I can get to as well. No tarnish on it at all. This has been kept in the case for all its life, I'm convinced. Volume pot is the only thing I'd like to get at, but I think I'd have to take the whole chassis out to do that. I don't really want to do that. Unless this bit here comes unclipped, but again, I don't want to break any plastics. Where's me pokery things that Rob gave me? Let's see if I can get a bit of leverage on this, see if it'll pop off this gear. No, I'm not gonna force that. Let's try and see if I can see inside there. Yeah, there's a felt pad in the way. Oh well, as I say, it wasn't really scratchy, was it anyway? But I think to do that, I'd need to get it completely out. Shall I take it completely out? I'm just looking now. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 color-coded screws. I mean, this just pops off. Look, this is very, very nicely engineered. Just pops off. Look, and this we've got 2 connectors, and they're different size spades, so you can't get them on the wrong ones. One's a circle, and one's a flat one, and that's off. And there's some pinky coloured screws in there. Can you see those? Let's give the volume pot a squirt. I think we need to, because it wasn't scratchy then, but it was when I first turned it on. Now what have I done with my Phillips? Let's see if this will come out. Cool, I'll tell you what, they're quite tough they are. Just giving my thumbs a workout. Poor old thumbs. Yeah, looks like it will come out. Let's just put it on a cloth so it doesn't get scratched. Still a Sony fanboy. Yeah, I do like all of the Japanese stuff from this era, really. But Sony really was the innovator, I think, wasn't it? Sony seemed to always come up with stuff first, or they weren't afraid to try things out, Aston, I think is what I'm trying to say. So it looks like I've got to pull that knob there, which is just as well, because I want to get that out to clean it. So I'm not going to try pulling it. I'm just going to see if I can prise it. Why is that not coming off then? I think it's just tight. It doesn't want to come off. I really don't want to force that. Could end up breaking it. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's definitely a spline shaft. Let's give it a squirt of WD and let it sit for a minute. Might be enough to free it off. A little. I haven't got any of this nice beer left. None left. What's Harvey up to there? Sending him to install systems in famous people's houses. Delivery days. This certainly is jammed itself onto the shaft, that's for sure. I think I've got a little bit of movement. He really doesn't want to come off that one. Here he comes. He's coming. God, that's tight. That is tight. It's moving. I can see the splines a bit better now. Flipping heck. So breaking your radio here, Victor. Well, it's coming, but it's not liking it. How that is severely welded on there. It needs one slip and we're in trouble. It's got to come out to take it out. I really want to try and clean that volume pot if I can. Aha. It went then. Come on. Oh, flipping heck, that's tight. God, it's nearly off, but it is so tight. Oh. I think we'll have to use the old cloth trick on it. Save my poor fingers. So I'm just wrapping a bit of cloth in tight and back around itself. Bunch it all up. There she goes. There you go. Little tip for you. The old gas engineer's method of getting cooker knobs off. Oh, what a game that was to get off. Whew, quite hurt my thumbs, has. Right. Now will it come out? Let's zoom you back out again. It frees sticky mechanisms, loosens rusted parts, drives out moisture, stops squeaks, but it frees sticky mechanisms. It's just got to be really thin to get in there really and loosen it up. God, my thumb. Right. What else is holding this thing then? Ah, we've got another screw. There's a screw down here. I've got a screw loose. I'm only doing this to get into the blimmin' volume pot. It's a bit, you know, they've really designed it well, apart from getting to the volume pot. Right, so we've got that switch there. That there. Taking these off will probably help the situation. The volume and the fine tune and tune are coming off okay. I can see dial cord. Okay, it wants to come off, but it's being stubborn, I think. Nearly. This bit's got to come out to allow me to go down far enough to pull the... hang on, it's this bit. I've got to take the volume knob off, I think, as well. It's the volume pot stopping it, or the volume gear. Just got 2 washers on it, just for good measure. Oh, don't tell me all that comes off now, including that other gear. Well, no. No. That's what's stopping it coming out, I think, the volume control. So near. What do I want to bend the plastic? I've got to get it back in again afterwards, don't forget. It's all very well getting it apart, but you've got to put it back together. There we are. There we are. We're in. We are in. Yeah, the volume pot is yes, it's actually that. So that wheel is just driving that meter. So this wheel is just driving this meter. That's what that wheel is. So that is actually the volume pot. Okay. Gives us a chance to do a little bit of dusting inside, but it is brand new. It literally looks brand new. We've got to look at the little filament bulb there. Let's get you in a bit for a bit of a closer look. So there's our little filament bulb. Look. It's quite substantial. I say little, it's quite substantial. I mean, it's not a miniature one as such. It's not like a grain of wheat. It's a fairly lumpy bulb. I don't think changing that for an LED would be any good because it needs to, it's sort of like going across the dial, so to speak. The volume pot is one of these little rotary ones with the contacts externally. Now they're quite tarnished actually. So we want a bit of deoxit probably on that, and some Fader lube inside it somehow. There doesn't appear to be any entry into it, although it's got some little rivet holes. I wonder if I can get some down the rivet holes. It should go inside there. Yeah. Yeah, there's like a little plastic membrane there. I can probably squirt some in there. But the switch is quite tarnished. Never seen the light of day. It's never been, no one's ever been inside this, I don't think. I would be very much doubt whether they have. little tiny specks of dust which I can now wipe off that were inside. It's a work of art, this is. Very well put together. Where's my paintbrush? Let's give this a very fine dusting off. Two very exposed speakers. Yeah, dual speakers as well. There's some foam around them. It's a very soft brush here. So it even says there, pry up to loosen PCB, look. They thought of everything. They got a bit of dust around these, around that switch. Get rid of that. Grease is still wet on. Oh no, that's WD-40. I was going to say the grease is still wet on that, but no, that's my WD-40. So you can wipe that back off again. Right, let's have a look at this volume pot then. Bit more dust. Yes, there's a little plastic bit in there. So if I just ease the plastic bit back with something, I should be able to spray a little bit of fader lube in there. And what we're going to ease that back with, let's just get a spudger for now. So I'm just going to lift that bit of plastic out of the way. So the track's in underneath that little bit of plastic. That'll do. Let's give that a little work. Look at that needle going, that's crazy, isn't it? Rocket blower, yeah. Dave, how are you? -8 just down the hill from the village this morning. Which Dave is that? Is that Mr. Gubb? How are we doing? Have you been gone, Rob, have you? You could win this, Rob. One of my Patreons. You'd like this one as well, I'm sure you would. Right, so I think what I'm going to do with the other contacts, rather than spray them, I'm going to use this Deoxit D100, is it? Or D100 I think this is, that Doug gave me. I keep mentioning it, Doug, but I'm still using it. Yeah, D100. So I'm going to just put a little bit of that on that contact there, which is the on-off switch. Let's turn that the other way round, so as the lube goes into it. I don't want to put it down because it's full of needles and stuff. Right, that should have done that. So there's lots of dust in here from that perished blimmin' foam stuff. So let me just go over here and just blow that out over all of my other stuff. Couple of little scratches on the glass, but really it's really good neck. Let's get it back on if I can. So I've got the volume pot in. So this is somehow got an angle sort of like at that sort of angle. Make sure I haven't got that one hung up, and yes I have. Whoa, get down there, you little monkey. You get hairy palms. Hairier. Oh, I nearly had it then. 'Tis a tight fit, I can tell you. Come on. I think it's just got to get past there and then we're in. It's not the easiest radio to get out the chassis, is it? It's got to go this way a little bit for the... But there we go. She's dropped back in. Have we still got a dial? Yes, we have. That's all good. Whew. We're in. A sneaky one down there. One more somewhere. Where's that one come from then? 2, 3. Ah, down there. Right, we've got some dust in the battery compartment from that foam. dust the battery compartment. Oh, hang on, let's not lose the screws for the volume control. Let's put that on before I forget. So it's the big washer first, and I need to use tweezers for this because it's too small. Is that magnetic? No, it's the answer to that. There's a screw, but where's the washer gone? There. Okay, let's try that again. I'm just going to grab that with the tweezers then. See if I can put it in like that. Go on. Yes, there we are. Whew, it's like diffusing a bomb, isn't it? Right, squirt in there. Little one, little one. Will it still work? This is the question. I bet it's going to tell Mrs. Cruncher her thing's back on actually. I'm just going to go tell Mrs. Cruncher that her thing's back on, unless she's watching. -2 says warmed up a bit. She might have nodded off. Yeah, bless. She's gone asleep in front of the log fire, look. With a wood burner. Right. Bottles and everything everywhere here. Let's pop these two wires back on. Can't mistake those. So it looks like it clips in there, and there's a couple clips here. It's popped back out there. Okay, why don't you want to clip back in here then? What is your problem here? Okay, well you can have the radio, but you'll have to work out how to put it back together. You can have it in kit form, whoever wins it. Look. Electrosound, how are you, mate? From Australia. You've restored a number of the series. Oh, right, okay. The purple Matsushita caps dry out and need to be replaced. Really? Thanks for the info there. So why is that not going down there then? What have we got? Have we got something not quite lined up there? That maybe? That wire? Could be. No, it doesn't want to go back on. What's going on? It just clips in the front there. It must just be these wires here. I don't remember touching on that. Thanks for that electrosound. I wonder if it was that wire there catching on something maybe. Doesn't want to clip back in for some reason. It will, but it just feels very strained. We'll be doing Cruncher's Christmas again next year. You know I'm not done this year. Yes, I do it every year, Thomas. Pretty much. We've got our music on, have we? We'll have a bit of music. Now, why is this not going in? What am I missing here? Something here is stopping it. Well, the only thing I can think of is these wires maybe, but there's got to be an exact fit over there. I think I've got it, but now this has decided that you don't want to go in there. So near, just help that one in. Yes. No, it's come up. It's come out there again. What is stopping it then? Ah. Aha. We have it. I'm just not being forceful enough with it. Now, where's my screws gone? What did I do with my screws? No, you're too loud now. Calm down. Calm down. I'm sure the volume picks up on that thing. Right, there we are. That's our screws. Oh, there was our screws. Did I just dump one on the floor somewhere? Earphone. No, I did do the earphone, but it was just the plastic case in there. Make sure there's not a wire in there. No. Be careful, some of these you can get a wire pinched in underneath, and before you know it, you've gone through a cable. Right. This knob is absolutely filthy. In fact, they all are, really. Gonna have to give them a clean. I can't do it. I can't help myself. I'm gonna have to clean it. This is gonna have to come off this nasty foam. Let's get rid of this yellow cloth now, because I don't need it face down anymore, and that does blow the camera out. It's too bright. It's too bright. There you go, Thomas's music's back on for you. So I'm just removing this bit of disintegrated foam, because if I put it back in, all it's going to do is gum up the rest of it again. So I mean, I could do the caps in it, or I could leave that to whoever wins it. I'm trying to think. Most of my Patreons are capable of doing caps, I think. And well, Lee would probably want me to do them. Still got to get my hands back on that 2001D of yours, Lee. Let's just get that powder straight in the bin. Yuck. Let's give that a wipe with some isopropyl. Jim. Yeah, I say this one's been sort of in a time warp. I think it's been stuck in its case for its life. It's pretty good. Right, tape. Where? This is a good question. Where is my foam tape gone? Where? Ah, there it is. There we go. So this stuff should do the job. This is some from RS. Love to become unravelled. That should do the job. It's the little things, isn't it? Yeah, the leather cover is not too bad on this one, leatherette, as you said. No, it'd be interesting to see if that actually goes on with the battery now. Be careful cleaning this because it's anodized aluminium. I think foam cleaner might lift that completely off. What do you mean, what's going to happen, Rob? We'll all fire up the AM transmitters, won't we? Come on, focus. Yes, can you see it's just a little bit dirty on top. I have cleaned that, but let's give it another go. Yeah, still getting some dirt off of it. It might come up. Let's get the eyes on. Oh, that's my tape's all unravelling again. Get back in there. Stop it. Well, that was a bit of paint. I thought that was a scratch on the top, but it's not. It's just a bit of paint. Okay, even better. I think it was well used, but well looked after, this. Whoever had it. I think it's been in a kitchen, you know, because it's got that sort of like greasy feel to some of it. This is where Goo Gone would come in useful if I could find the blooming stuff. I say it hasn't got a carry handle on it, but I think I heard Mrs. Cruncher stirring then. I need to tell her that her broadband's back on down there. Just having a bit of a clean. You know me, I like to clean these things. A little bit of corrosion on the aluminium there. Wouldn't really want to try and do anything with that because it will it'll get rid of that lovely finish. I'm just going to poke the holes out with my tweezers. I expect somewhere's got a manual for this, you know. Yeah, just little tiny bits of corrosion. I'm not going to mess too much with that though, because I'm going to do more harm than good, I think. If I go too mad, I can't help myself though. Right, just having a bit of a clean around, you know, bit of a clean around. Let's get it looking its best, really. That's pretty good. Still a little bit of muck left there. Does come off with a bit of elbow grease. The lettering does seem very robust actually. Wow, what a nice little radio. Well, biggish radio. We'd better stick some batteries back in it and give it another go, haven't we? I've got to get these cleaned. Yeah, these are going to have to go in the ultrasonic, I think. I don't know. That's... yeah, it's grease. It's grease in there. Any ideas for grease? Expensive radio when new. Was it really Electrosound? Now that seems to be getting rid of that muck. A bit of isopropyl. This is this like chromed plastic, isn't it? That's looking a bit better though, isn't it? It is like new, this one. It's not had a very hard life. Yeah, I'll probably the easiest way is to just stick these in the ultrasonic cleaner. That'll get rid of it all. But I just wanted to clean it up a little bit right now. I'm impatient. Yeah, this one is really crusty, this wave change. It's nastiness on here. It looks like it's fat from a kitchen, you know? Made in Japan. Yeah, this is some sort of sealant on that, that's why I couldn't get that off. Someone stuck some glue in there, I think. I wonder if they had lighter fluid to get that off. Goo gone. Yeah, the goo gone's gone. It is, Jim. So I've got another interesting radio coming in tomorrow for repair. An AOR 3000A. Another classic radio. I've got to get this clean now because I don't want to be taking it back off again. There's my foam cleaner, that'll clean it, I expect. Just going to use a bit of foam cleaner, see if that'll get it off. Foam cleaner can get paint off as well, so you've got to be a little bit careful with it. But this has only got like a little red stripe on it, so. Just hit that with the foam cleaner. Let that sit for a minute, pardon me. It's good stuff, foam cleaner. I've been using foam cleaner for years and years. Whether it's enough to get this off, I don't know. I've got my plastic razor blade, so I'll give it a scrape with that as well. Always wanted an AOR, but beyond your budget. Yeah, those 3000As, they were sort of about £100 not that long ago. I had a look on eBay earlier, and they're like £300 now. We're in the high 200s anyway. Yeah, I think that's got it. I don't know how they chrome this stuff, but it's very nice. Ah, some on the back here as well. Yeah, I think it's been in the kitchen, you know. But that's good now. I'm happy with that at last. Vodka is good for cleaning grease. You can drink it too. Trouble is, I wouldn't want to waste it. I'd have to drink it. I don't know. I couldn't do both, could I? Right, that's certainly a massive improvement now. Where was it? Was it on? So it needs to be. There we are. That's come out very well, actually. Some more of that greasy stuff on top of the aerial here. Yeah, I need to put something on that. Stick these back on. There, a bit cleaner than before and serviced, but we've got to get the batteries back in it, see if it still works. That's the thing, will it still work? Let me just see, I'm sure I have Mrs. Cruncher chuck another log on the fire. She's not in here, is she? No. Fingernails. Self-repairing cleaning tools, yeah. It is on. No response from Mrs. Cruncher. It is amazing what different radios I got. Yeah, so that was coming in from someone in Barnstable, actually, Les. Someone in Barnstable's dropped that into Mrs. Cruncher in work. But she forgot to bring it home today, so otherwise you could have seen it today. Right, let's pop the batteries back in. Oh, we've got more muck there. I'll give it a proper clean before it goes out anyway, whoever wins it. I'll show you what you've got to do to be in it to win it in a minute. Well, I've only got one battery now. I did have 3. If I chucked them on the floor. Ah, there they are, right in front of my eyes. Yeah, somebody in Barnstable dropped them into Mrs. Cruncher in work today. I did offer him to come out, but he opted for the dropping it into Mrs. Cruncher. So she'll be bringing that one home tomorrow. We might have a look at that. It's only going to be a quick fix. Well, famous last words that is. I've had AORs that have come in for a battery change and have come back a week later saying they don't work, and it's nothing to do with the battery change at all. Go on, that's a tight fit. Let's see if my my bit of foam is too big or not. Perfect. Right. Let's turn the Christmas music back off for a second. Let's pop it back on medium wave and see if it still works. That volume pot is perfect now. Of course, I've got everything turned back on now. I've got the broadband turned back on.
and throw some support his way. We're going to need it. We're going to need it.
It's sensitive, isn't it?
The difference is phenomenal. I was dying last night, mate. You was in a bad way. It was hard work with you, lot.
Matthew, that's a good shot. They said true to their word, so definitely two different names, but the exact two people I want to have. Welcome back, Kate.
Evening.
Welcome back, KJ.
Thank you for having me. Glad to listen.
Yeah, I always think it's harder for KJ, you know that, Kate? Because
That sounds Irish.
No, por eso digo, él dice 2 o 3 el bajito, nosotros hemos estado...
That is job done. That is sorted, isn't it? Christ. 10 past 10? You are joking. Phew. Well. What is going on here? That sneaked up on me, didn't it? I didn't realise it was that late. Okay. No, we don't want to end the stream. Now would be a good time to insert ads. I don't think it is. We don't want to insert an ad, do we? Okay, so like I said, I'm going to give this radio away to either one of my channel members or one of my Patreons. And there's nothing to stop you joining Patreon or becoming a channel member in order to win this. Reject all. Okay, get rid of that, get rid of that. Radiocruncher, oh, I've lost me actual YouTube thing now. Okay, so if you go to my channel, which is, I think if you just type at Radiocruncher now, it goes straight there. If you go to my channel now, you'll see there's a join button on there, which wasn't there before. Let's make sure I'm on the right screen. So we now have a join button. So if you click that, it's a little invite to join the channel. So you get loyalty badges. You'll notice Lee had a new member badge, which is the blue one. There's 3. There's Rangers, Heralds, or Super Sovereigns. Again, if people want me to tweak these a little bit, I can. But you know, different settings, you get different things. So this Rangers, the basic one, is live chats, priority reply to comments, and photos and status updates. So you know, any photos I'll stick on there. Heralds is videos, early access to YouTube videos, and members only live streams. So if I get enough people join this, I can do members only live streams. And Super Sovereigns is like the top one, and I'll do a video to video with you. I'll help you with your project. Lots of stuff. But anyway, that's how you join. You hit the little join button there. That'll pop up, and you just click on the join of the one you want. The other way to enter is Patreon. This is my Patreon page. You can see there's lots of stuff on here that I've posted. This was posted 15 hours ago. Look. The Hacker RP30 amp rebuild. So I'm always putting stuff on here for you to see. Photos, and there's Wooton Basset pictures. FRG demos. Mrs. Cruncher's decorating of my room. Picture of Penguin. So there's loads of stuff on there. So you can join Patreon, or you can join my channel as a channel member, and it'll be open to both. And if you're in both, so if you're already a patron and you join the membership, you can have 2 entries, not 1. So there you are. That's that bit done. That's the admin done. Lee, thank you very much, mate. Let's catch up with the chat. It seems to be made for the Australian market. Yeah, possibly. What's in Goop Gone? Goop Gone is it's got a citrus in it as well. I can't find mine anywhere. I'm gonna have to order some. I'm gonna have to tell Alexa to order me some. Alexa, order me some Goo Gone. Zoflora. We got the Zoflora disinfectant. Groom for Halfords. Okay. Fingernails. Let's get the music back on. That was Colin Murray. What was that on the radio then, Andrew? Oh, 5 Live, okay. Thanks, Rob. Give it to Robert Cross. He deserves it, doesn't he? But it's got to be open for all the patrons and channel members to win. Slow Nige, is that? Thank you very much. Or Slow Nick. Slow Nick. Thank you very much, Nick. I do like that that Christmassy banner. Yes. Yes. Yesterday's hacker. Okay. Yesterday's hacker. So we had the problem with the wire on the amplifier board, so I resoldered that, put some flux down through it, and reflowed that one. And let me have a think. It came back to life. It came back to life, and I went through and did a manual trim on the IF again, and it was fine. I got the signal generator out. I did all the RF alignment. There's a video coming out on Patreon and memberships tomorrow on the alignment, RF alignment on that one. And well, I've got it here actually. But anyway, I did the RF alignment fine, medium wave, long wave. It worked. It was perfect. Moved the aerial coils, did the whole shebang on it. Then I thought I'll just go through and I'll do the IF using the signal generator. Anyway, I turned the radio back on again, and it was silent. I could not work it out, so I put the signal generator on. I chucked the 470 kilohertz in the signal generator. I put the 470 kilohertz connected up to the antenna, the ferrite loop. And nothing, couldn't get anything, even at like 20 millivolts. I could not get nothing through it. So anyway, it turned out it was a one of the AF117s. I suspected it was the second one because the second one just didn't seem to respond at all. So I pulled it out and it had gone down to an HFE of 5. So for some reason, it just totally lost its gain altogether. The gain just disappeared. So I ended up putting an AF127 back in there. And just went back through it again. I mean, I can show you on the camera, but I have done I've done a video on the RF alignment. I've also done a video on the amplifier board. So you can see there, look, now we've got an AF127 in T2. The other thing that I had to do was the 2 cores in this one were broken on the top, just on the top, so someone's had a screwdriver in those. So I had to take that can out completely, take the cores out, reverse them, lubricate them and put them back in again. It was never ending, this thing. It's just everything I did. So you can see my AF127 there, look. So we've got AF117 there and an AF117 at the top, and in between we've got an AF127. So yeah, I did that. As I say, I've moved the aerial so you can see that this one's come this way a little bit for better reception. And I've done the alignment with all the little trimmers in here, ceramic trimmers. What else did I do to it? The rest of it's been cosmetic today, really. It's been cosmetic today because I've done the rear grille now. So it's got nice new battery buffers on it, look. So I've had this whole back piece off. It's all been PVA'd back on. So all of this has been off. As I get the main camera, actually it's a bit easier to show you. So yeah, I've had the whole of this back piece off, peeled it right the way back, and I've done the rear grille. So can you see we've got some brand new speaker fabric in behind this one, because the old stuff was that was what came out, look. So the black stripes are what's hidden, and the white bits are where it's got sun faded over the years. It's really bad. I could have tried to colour it in, but you know, in past experience, this is very flimsy. As soon as you start messing with it, it just falls apart. So I put a proper bit of speaker cloth in underneath there now. It looks the part. And of course I've refixed the grille all round. That is absolutely rock solid now. I've got some pictures of that which I'll put up tomorrow. And say 2 new battery buffers. It looks like something was screwed in here at some stage, but I haven't got another one of these to compare. But the only thing I thought was maybe it's another one of those, but it's 2 screw holes, not 1. So it's almost like there was some sort of clip. I know some of the older ones had like a piece that came out with a plastic bit on the end. But yeah, that's come up really nice. I've given that a clean, but I'll give it a final finishing. But that's what I've been doing today, sorting that blimmin' radio out. It's been a real pain, that radio. It really has. Really fought to the last, it did. No, I didn't kill it. No, I didn't kill it. I didn't kill it. It is actually really, really good, Andrew. It sounds amazing. And I pulled the IF up, phenomenal. But then it was totally detuned anyway. So I had to redo it after I did the second transistor again. So but yeah, no, I didn't kill it. Yes, so I've got the front case up there. I've just been painting. I'll show you everything. You can have everything now you've asked. So I've got the badge, I've masked that off and painted that back in. It's going to need another coat because I can still see through it slightly. So I've repainted the badge. I'm not going to touch it because it's still a little bit tacky probably. So in the morning I'm going to go over it again. And when it's all dry, I'm just going to flat back the top just to bring the hacker back out again. So it's nice and shiny so it pops out. And of course I did the amp board as you saw yesterday. That's all finished. I was going to pop the badge out, but the problem is the clips on the back are really rusty and one of the pins is very short. So I thought I really don't want to risk breaking that. I have resoldered pins on them before, so it's not the end of the world, but it's just a lot of extra work for nothing really. Thanks, Rob. Cheers, Rich. So yeah, that was a real pain, that RP30 yesterday. I really thought just, you know, we'd just go in, we'd do the IF alignment, job done, wrap it up, send it off, but no chance. He decided to fight to the end. Right, so as I say, this will be given away on Christmas Eve to one of my lucky Patreons or channel members. End of the day, they've supported me over the last few years. Well, I think I've had Patreon for about 2 years now, and I mean I've got some people that were there right from the very start. So you know, people like that, they deserve something back really for what they've given. So, and I will clean up the case. This is actually not bad at all, is it really? It's not too bad. But it is just grubby. It literally is just grubby. If you can see that. If I put my little wet wipe across the top of that, you'll see what I mean. Needs a bit of soap and water, that does. If I just... Yes, you probably can't see that, but it's it's pretty filthy. I'm not going to carry on and clean it all now, but yeah, you get the drift. It's going to clean up nicely. It's difficult because of the lights, but yeah, you can see it's really filthy around here. So probably a bit of washing up liquid actually, because I think some of that is a bit of grease. I think it's been in the kitchen, but it really is in good nick. It really is. I've got to be really careful around the lettering. I mean, some of the lettering has rubbed, but I mustn't touch that with anything. So yeah, there you are. So links to the Patreon are in the channel description anyway, in the video description. And if you want it, it's there. So it's just patreon.com/Radiocruncher. No worries. Definitely another battery stop on the back. Just got one of your RP30s out. Is it just a round one? Because there's no screw thread in there, Andrew. It just looks like normal screws have been in there. When I've got my RP18 there, but there's 2 screw holes. There's 2, not 1. Unless someone's moved it, perhaps somebody moved it, Andrew. I've got another one anyway, so I can pop another one in. But yeah, maybe it needs another one then, because I've got to pinch some screws out of something anyway. But I'll put another battery stop in that one. I'll have a look back through the video footage of the other ones I've done. So I've done a couple RP30s. I did one that Sean bought, the blue one, and I did one that I gave away to Nathan. Yeah, no, I love working on hackers anyway. They're great sets. So they're great sets. Right, let's get some stuff off the bench here, because it's time for our last two advent calendars. The Weira from Mrs. Cruncher and the remote control beast from Rob, Mr. Robert Cross. So there we go. What a cracking little radio. I'm really pleased with that. That was a great find, that was. It just caught my eye and I thought there's something about that radio that I'm going to have to get that. And so I bought it. But we have got lots more to give away, so it's not... We got other things for all of you, not just for patrons and members only, but that particular radio is for that purpose. Right. First you heard of Hacker was through David Tipton. Well, we sent him the Hacker, didn't we, Electrosound? We sent David the Hacker up. And he's got the bug now. I think I'm going to have to send him another one. I'll have to send him an RP18, I think, to play with. You'll love that. You'll love a bit of zapping. A bit of tapping and zapping. Tapping and zapping. Right. Where's my bench camera? There we are. Let's just zoom that out a little bit. Yeah. Wow. Okay, where is it? Where's number 15? Just trying to see. Oh, here we go. It looks like another wheel. It is another wheel. What's that for then? Oh, that's the wheel for the that goes on the top here, isn't it? It goes on the back here. Goes on the back of the roll cage. Okay. I assume that's what it's for. So we've got that Bush radio to give away as well that I bought at Wooton Basset. Seems like I'm giving everything away that I bought at Wooton Basset. And we have got a star prize to give away as well. A really star prize. I think it is anyway. It's absolutely phenomenal. That was given to me by Jeff. So we did talk about giving it away. I was sort of like, oh, it's better than mine. It is better than mine. But we'll talk about that another time. So here's the beast. Here he is. We'll call it the chicken chaser, I think, because I could be chasing the chickens around the field with this. So yeah, that goes. It goes on the roll cage. Basically like that. Just goes on like a lat. Just like that. So that's get that open. 4 advent calendars every day. I'm spoiled, aren't I, really? I am spoiled. There we go. Just a spare wheel, an imitation spare wheel, because it's not the same size. Or is it one of those space savers, isn't it? Is that what we call them? Space saver wheel. I mean, it's not the same size. It's a space saver. Get you home one. That's a cracking bit of kit. I'm really looking forward to firing that thing up. Not long now. How many days is it? Is it 9 days left have we got? Till Christmas Eve? Okay, last but not least, my Weira Advent Calendar, courtesy of Mrs. Cruncher. we turned her Wi-Fi off so we could listen to the radio. How rude is that? Right. Number 15. Can you see it? Let's get up. He's a happy Santa, isn't he? You nearly gave yourself an electric shock on a grunting yacht boy. You nearly did. I take all the risks. I'm a risk taker. Seem to be great radio sucker. Funny you hadn't heard of them because I'm from Portsmouth. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those things. I hadn't heard of them. Valdir, evening, mate. How are you? VP? Yeah, you could be right, Andrew. Yeah. I should have to dig it out and stick another one on. Okay, a red parcel with little yellow bells, bottom left. A green with red bows. Oh yeah, yeah. It looks like it's, I don't know what that is. Is that Christmas trees or could be bells? Yeah, it looks like bells. Down here, right down the bottom. Well spotted though, I didn't see that. See, you don't need to buy your own advent calendars, you get to open mine with me, see? Just getting something to open this because I'll muller it else. Oh, I was going to say we've got another screwdriver, but we haven't got a bit. That is a hex driver, isn't it? For the screwdriver, maybe? Yeah, number 6 hexagon bit, that is, I think. It's a bit of a monster, isn't it? That's big. Let's pop that one down. Let's get our bits out. So it's got to be strange. It's got not really any markings on it. It just looks like it fits. This is the screwdriver. I've got a, it's so magnetic. It's sucked up some capacitor legs inside there. Look. Try that again. Yeah, that's better. So yeah, it's just a really big, if it'll focus, hexagon bit. I thought it was like a driver for sockets, if you see what I mean, like a square drive, but it's not. It's a hexagon bit. So that'll go in this one then. So we've got a full house of bits. We've still got room for some bits in the screwdriver, and we've still got room for 2 more spanners. So that's coming along quite nicely, isn't it? I do like these kits. It's unusual to not have one in the Velcro packs, because these are the ones from previous years. This is my 4th year of them. Look. So this was 1 year. That was another one. Of course, you get the ceremonial bottle opener. This usually comes as standard, so I'm expecting to see another bottle opener in there at some stage. And this was, I think this was the first one I got. So really, really good quality tools, and it's a lovely advent calendar to have. So I highly recommend that. Not sponsored. Mrs. Cruncher buys that for me for my birthday every year. So my birthday's in November, so I get my advent calendar in November, and I've got to wait till December to open it. There you go. Mike, how you doing, mate? Hope to see me in the 11s, isn't it? Catch you soon, Mike. Cheers for popping in and saying hello anyway. It is a late night. Yeah, I do 7 till 9, but I always go over. It's well known. Oh, one side of the 2-core mains cut lead had been cut. Oof. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Dodgy. You must have a fancy one with the mains converter in it, Andrew. You've cheated. Pre-prepared. You've only got to rewind yesterday's video, pause it, and look, haven't you, I suppose. Shocking. Yeah, together with the fires that they had, Gerard, as well. I think the last fire pretty much put them out of business, didn't it? Shame, because they did make some cracking kit. Cheers, Mike. Thanks, Rob. So there you are. So thanks everybody for joining me today for the super chats. And just having you here, really, and all having a big get together, isn't it? Really, that's what it's all about. So as I say, check out my Patreon, check out the channel memberships, and I'll be getting a big jar of something that you've got to guess how many's in to win that radio. Christmas present for George, if he kills you, gets your R707 collection. What do you mean your scrap bin, Andrew? I think you've beat up a few of those, haven't you? They are nasty things. I like them though. I do like them. I like the R707 and the R600 really. Anything after that, not really. So really R707 backwards for me for Roberts. Some of their shortwave sets are really nice, rebadged stuff, most of it. Cheers, Thomas. So there you are, people. That's it for today. Tomorrow, I don't know. There'll be something else tomorrow, something totally different, I'm sure. I've got this to do. This might be of interest to somebody. I must get this apart tomorrow. It says Land Rover, look. It's got nasty multi-pin plugs in it, look. And it's got components. Anybody know what this is? Can anybody guess what this is then? I should be gone now, but I'm still rabbiting on, aren't I? So this has been dropped in by a mate of mine in the village. I can tell you it's out of a Range Rover. It's out of a Range Rover Sport, I believe. I think it's a Sport. No, it might be an HSC. I don't know if it's a Sport or an HSC. I can't remember now. You better take me for a drive in it if I fix this. Yes, Dave. You know that. You're cheating because you know Stuart. It's the airbag module. It is. Oh, you knew that, Daniel, did you? It is the airbag module. Now it's going to be a bit of a pig because they've basically epoxied this front piece in. So this whole bit here has been epoxied in. So I've got two choices. I can either get the Dremel on it and cut all the way around and pull it off. It's held in by plastic pegs, I think. Or I can desolder about 500,000 pins and try and lift the board off and leave those in place. I don't know. I don't know, but he thinks it may be programmed to the ECU of the car, so he doesn't know whether a replacement will work or would have to be reprogrammed by Land Rover. So there you are. It is an airbag, an ECU for an airbag, basically. An airbag module. You says airbag on it, yeah. Yeah, that's a clue, isn't it? That's a big clue. Oh, it's got Continental on it, because that's obviously the tyre people. Land Rover Continental airbag. I don't know what they are new. He has managed to get another one. It also says Fomoco as well. I thought that was Ford Motor Company. Fomoco. I'm sure Brett knows all about these. Windscreen wipers. What are you on about, Andrew? I've already told you what it is. You are Stuart. You are Stuart. I asked you if you were Mr. Gubb earlier and you said no. Well, Stu, it's yours. So I'm either going to cut it all the way round and pop it out that way and try and epoxy it back in afterwards, but I can just about see, I don't know if you can, if I get the light down lower, you might, can you just see a capacitor in there? And it's bulging. There's a bulger in there, look. No, I can't really price the board up much, but yeah, just down in there, look. We've got quite a large capacitor and it's got a bowed top on it. So no doubt that's what the problem is that capacitor that's in there. So I don't know how much a brand new one of these is, but I know Stu has managed to pick up a second-hand one, but yeah. I thought it was Ford Motor Company, Fomoco, so it's got all sorts of brands on it, and it's got Fomoco, Land Rover and Continental. So yeah, you're gonna have to give me a spin in it, Stu, if I fix it. Yeah, you can only see the end of the cap, but it is, trust me, it is bowed. I have got an endoscope that I could probably put in there, but anyway, that's something I'm going to have a look at tomorrow. Anyway, just for kicks. Oh dear. So there you are, people. I will definitely call it a day now. I don't think I'm going to talk any more about anything else. So thanks for joining me today. Really enjoyed it, and catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.